Well, why don't you look at that? I ended up pulling Momo on a daily single, thankfully, just before her banner disappeared. So we're going to be showcasing her at level 80 as my first impressions video. So I haven't done any advanced leveling, and I've gotten her to the ability board where I think she is, you know, at least usable to the point where she can be awakened table 6, and then the peace route is on the first route, so she can at least get her auto skill off. And we're going to go and see how well she does. First off, details on her skills. Pretty much she's a support character. Her plus ultra gives all allies, excluding herself, the ability to last stand. Also increases the power of all allies, excluding herself again, by 20% for 3 turns. Very good support for an extra bit of DPS for your other units here. The last stand can be very clutch, but I wouldn't say it's a game changer. Action skill 1 deals 350% damage to a single opponent. Also increases characters plus ultra gauge by 30%. Also increases skill impact of all allies by 35% for 3 turns, excluding herself. Again, another skill that really increases your team's damage output. And then the plus ultra gauge increases nice for even further power increases. Her action skill 2 restores HP of all allies by 25%. Also reduces damage taken by all allies by 25%, including herself this time, for 2 turns, which is really nice. And it is on a 6-turn cooldown, however, which is not the best, but a heal and a damage reduction is pretty good. Auto skill 1 increases SDR type's max HP by 20%, and auto skill 2 increases characters plus ultra gauge by 20% when battle starts. Also, once per battle, regenerates HP of all allies by 10% for 3 turns when HP is below 50%. And obviously, these are level 1, and this one's at level 2, so this can increase even further. EX skills, I didn't really roll for the best ones that she could have gotten. She got speed, which I think is really nice. Skill impact, not so much, because she doesn't do that much damage. Her cooldowns are, like, insane. Maybe plus ultra, which is what I got, is really nice. But skill impact, really, in general, for, like, a support character, is not the greatest. I would just go for speed, if anything. And then plus ultra rate increase would be pretty good, depending on your team build. EX skill 2 for the protection, defense, plus ultra move damage. This one was really bad. I just got 2 stars. I don't have many gold helmets left, so we'll just have to deal with that. Before we jump into VE Tower, I'm not going to disrespect her and bring her into PvP at level 80 with no advanced leveling. I think that's rude. That can be saved for in a future video, whether you guys want me to 100% her or something. Let's look at her stats relative to others. In terms of HP stat, she has one of the highest, being 32,000. Not higher than Nejri, though. Power, we have very low, but I don't really mind. Most healers are low on power. And then for speed, she's at 524, which is around the average, which is not the greatest, but we'll take it. At least she's not at, like, the 500 flat. She's at least above 500. Now, let's jump into VE Tower here. I do have some sort of a challenge for her. We're going to do the Shigaraki VE Tower on the 2nd floor, of course, S difficulty. And I'm going to be bringing a blue unit as well on this and see if she can keep my blue Bakugo alive. As a healer with damage reduction, I think that would be a great test. We also have Hiroshima, which also helps out with, like, the tanking and stuff like that, as he has taunts. But I just wanted the power support from him to apply to the Momo, and the Momo providing the HP support to the Kirishima. I think once you double stack the damage reduction, it's actually a really nice little team to bring for, like, VE Tower. So first of all, I think it is good to use the first skill here, coupled up with attacking moves with the others. And my phone just lagged, so that was rude. So everybody got a skill impact increase, which is really nice, giving us a little bit of extra damage. So now, I guess, regardless, even if we took 0 damage here, we're still going to take and use the restoration. I think that's one of her weak points. If, like, the damage reduction and the heal was separated, I think that would have been a way better situation, because now this could happen in PvP as well, where your opponents do no damage to you, and then you're just providing a heal for no reason. You're doing this for the damage reduction, but because it's such a high cooldown, it is a big sacrifice you have to take, because you have to now wait for 5 turns in order to actually get the cooldowns back. Now, there are ways to solve this, obviously, like SR Mina, but Outside of VTAL, there's not really any point of doing that. Because you don't want to run SRs. You can... I've seen people run SR Mina on PvP. Here's her plus ultra animation, which looks very great. Nothing too spectacular, but I like the customized look on it. You know, it's not just like a copy-paste on the blue Momo. Then let's choose the plus ultra here. Now, this did give the power increase, so this should be pretty strong, I think. As long as he doesn't get confused or something. 37,000 critical, that's fine. I didn't give him a memory that would increase his HP. I mean, that would increase his power. We got underneath 50% HP slightly, so now we have the 10% HP reduction, which is really nice. Coupled with the last stand, you're guaranteed, or almost guaranteed, obviously, depending on who you're versing, to get the HP regen, which is nice for 10%. It's not strong by any means, because it's only 10%, but... you know, if you can somehow manage to not take too much damage, you can build that up to 30% HP, and then if you have that max skilled out, you can get that to pretty much over half HP if you don't get targeted. 10,000 damage, which is not bad. Although Bakugo with the resistant is doing 10,000 damage, so yeah. I think she's okay for PvP. Obviously not great for speed, and I think one thing's for certain, the plus ultra on herself is nice, but you gotta love if, like, you got a plus ultra for everyone. I think that would be a better situation. She's more selfish on the plus ultra, but more good for the damage output. So I guess if you can figure out a team build where she is obviously fast enough and she can get plus ultras on turn 3 with your other characters, say if they had builds of like plus ultra rate increase on their EX skills, for example, that's just one example. I think you can actually make her work, but other than that, in general use cases, that's why Nezha is just really strong, because she can do that for the team. I missed that, unfortunate. We got the second heal back, which is nice. I guess they never targeted Bakugo, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on her. Obviously not using her in PvP. I think she's like up there though, because of that damage reduction. You use on turn 2, and then if your opponent's defense team does plus ultra on turn 3, you're going to get that damage reduction, which is really nice. And then usually they can't really kill you in the first turn, and if they do drop you underneath 50% HP, you will get the regen. And if your team build is nice enough where you can go turn 2 build, then that'd be good. Maybe like a... I don't know if this is a really good team build, but like Momo and Sunita, that would be like theoretically a pretty nice team build. You, you know, just take the hits for the first turn. Hopefully you don't get status element. Defense teams don't usually go hard on the status elements, so that's fine. And then once you go turn 2, hopefully you're faster, you get the damage reduction, and then so you can tank all of like the enemy's skills on turn 2 and plus ultra potentials on turn 3, and then Sunita gives you all the speed buffs for his taunts, as long as that's not removed, and you know, all that stuff. So that could be a potential thing if you want. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the Momo. I think she's a solid character. I wouldn't say she's groundbreaking in a support category. If you don't have a support healer, then obviously this is great. I think Red's slightly lacking as well. Do keep in mind of that. Like, just Blue's dominating still. Blue had, like, this soft spot, and now it's, like, dominating in power. Because, everybody's now using Hawks, because, you know, everybody's figured out, like, Hawks is freaking insane with damage output, and, Todoroki is returned because, you know, everybody has tried to summon for him. So, Red is on that slight issue right now, but, if there's, like, a really strong Red unit that is fast as well, in terms of, like, S-tier speed, then I think Momo can get played really, really well. Anyway, enough jibber jabbering. That's going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on so you don't miss out on the daily content here on the JPhanta channel. Check out my social medias linked in the description. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay busy. Peace out.